Right, so we're going to take a look at the top 10 Omegas chart of the week. So let's see what we're talking about when we say these Omegas. These are Star Wars Galaxy Hero Omega abilities you don't have but should for the next raid. All of these are guesses, and they're based on a very limited trailer and the mechanics of the current game. Most of the characters are available free to play, but one is still pay to play exclusive. This list does not include Omegas on abilities that people have been using for months. All of these guesses could be completely and totally wrong, so just make sure you're aware of that. The rationale for these choices is based on a number of conclusions for the new raid. There will be multiple droid adds that need to be sunned or killed quickly. Defense and armor of the tank raid boss will have a substantial role in determining damage output, and there will be outgoing damage to your raid team that would benefit from healing. So that's what we're using as assumptions for this, but these are some Omega abilities that you probably haven't done yet and that you should possibly consider for the next raid based on what we know right now. Number 10, Ugnaughts Droid Experts. Okay, so this is a 3-turn cooldown. You're going to deal special damage to all enemies with a 75% chance to stun droids for 1 turn. This is an AoE stun that deals a modest 1.5k, but has a 60% chance to stun droids. This chance is improved by 15% to a 75% chance total. If the add phase is 6 to 7 droids as suggested by the trailer, this could amount to an additional droid add stun per use, prolonging the encounter and vastly increasing your total damage to the boss. This isn't sexy like Darth Maul or Lando, but a stun add is a dead add. So that's something to consider on the old Ugnaught. Number 9, Darth Maul's Whirling Blades. Whirling Blades is a 3-turn cooldown. You're going to deal physical damage to all enemies. This attack deals double damage to Jedi. The highest AoE unbuffed damage ability in the game at 4,000 is increased 15% to 4,700 by the Omega. This huge damage burst is further buffed by the 20% increased critical strike chance that Maul receives when an enemy dies and then maintains through the rest of the encounter. He could easily be the Tebow of this raid, required on your team to post the largest scores. Number 8, Lando Calrissian's Double Down. You should already have this right now if you're planning on running Lando soon. Double Down is a 3-turn cooldown. Deal physical damage to all enemies. If this attack scores more than 1 critical hit, its cooldown is reset, and it deals 100% more damage on its next use. The unbuffed damage may be average at 3,000 unbuffed, but where Lando shines is the cooldown reduction and the Omega increase by 25% to 100% increase in damage on the AoE attack if there is more than 1 critical hit on the first use. With enough targets, Lando can cast this attack on every turn and decimate a group of enemies. Jedi Knight Anakin Reckless Assault. This is a 3-turn cooldown. Deal physical damage to all enemies for each enemy critically hit. 25% chance for all allies to gain offense up for 2 turns. For each enemy not critically hit, 20% chance for Anakin to become exposed for 2 turns. A high damage AoE at 3,500 unbuffed that increases by 15% with the Omega ability to 4,200 damage to all targets. Combined with an escalating chance to provide offense up to all allies as the number of targets increases, and a 75% increased damage if an ally is damaged or killed, this ability will provide massive ad clearing and bonuses for allies. Coming at number 6, Boba Fett finally makes one of our lists on a positive note. Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive is his leadership ability. All allies gain 50% critical damage and 10% critical chance. The definitive leader ability for massive burst damage. Boba Fett's Omega on his leadership ability increases critical chance by 10% in addition to the 50% critical damage it already provided. Adds what adds? Number 5, Jawa Scavenger Scrap Bomb. This is a 3-turn cooldown. Deal physical damage to all enemies and immediately detonate all thermal detonators with a 50% chance to inflict defense down, healing immunity, and tenacity down for 2 turns on detonated targets. You definitely did not Omega this ability for the last raid because this little guy was not available. Scrap Bomb's damage is modest at 2,400 unbuffed, but the Omega increases this to a more respectable 2,850. Combine that with bomb detonation for all those Jawas that the droids damage, and the 50% chance of applying defense down, healing immunity, and tenacity down on all targets, and you have the making of some sizable damage and some huge utility. Number 4, sticking with the Jawas, is Dachka's Decommission. Decommission is his leadership ability, so whenever an ally damages a droid, they have an 80% chance to inflict defense down for 3 turns, and a 25% chance to remove 25% turn meter. With a rework to base defense, we can assume that putting damage on adds and bosses will be even harder with the new raid. Dachka's leadership ability puts a dent in that by adding 25% chance to remove 25% turn meter to damage droids and by a 60% chance to apply defense down to droid targets for 2 turns. The Omega increases this to 3 turns, basically assuring you that every one of your enemies will have a huge hole where their armor used to be. Coming into our top 3, we have another Jawa, Exploit Weakness. Exploit Weakness is his basic ability. You're going to deal physical damage to a target enemy with a 50% chance to inflict speed down for 2 turns. This attack does 35% more damage to enemies suffering from a negative status effect. Jawa is one of 2 characters, you will see the other in a little bit, that are able to AoE stun droids and should be an essential part of big damage squads. The Omega on the AoE is underwhelming, but the Omega to the basic attack, Exploit Weakness, is huge and increases the chance to apply speed down by 25% or by 25 to 50% total. The basic attack also does 35% more damage to targets with speed down, further increasing damage output. Asajj Ventress. Grand Patron is excited about this one, boy. Number 2, Asajj Ventress.
It's already Omega, baby.
Wow,
I knew
that was his first Omega ability that he ever did. Was Asajj Ventress Endless Wrath.
That was my first Omega.
Yeah, when she was 5 stars, man.
Yeah, when she was 5 stars. It was his first Omega character. Endless Wrath, 4-turn cooldown, deal special damage to all enemies and refresh all cooldowns on a finishing blow. Asajj's AoE attack does moderate unbuffed damage at 2500 that increases the Omega by 15% to 3000 damage. The beauty of this attack is that on any finishing blow, all cooldowns are reset. With this many adds, there should be some finishing blows, allowing the opportunity to use this ability multiple times in a row for big damage. Wow, how does it feel to finally see Asajj Ventress on a positive top 10?
I know it. I'm really excited. Let me tell you. I hope she's amazing because I've already got her done.
You already got her ready to roll. All right. Drum roll, please. Here we go. The number 1 Omega or ability that should be Omega that you probably haven't is Darth Sidious. Wow, unlimited power. Which is his leadership ability. All allies gain 14% critical chance and 30% critical damage. The most utilized character in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes this past winter has largely been left by the wayside with his low health and potency. His leadership ability, especially with an additional 10% critical damage on the Omega, is still one of the best burst leads in the game. Is it too bad he will just be watching as all his allies destroy the enemy? Wow. Pretty interesting. So let's take a quick round table here, and let's just see if anybody has any of these abilities besides Lando and Anakin already Omega'd. Anybody yet?
Just besides.
I did it as I was watching.
Like, Omega.
Just ticking them off the list.
There you go. You're up now, all geared up now, ready to go, huh?
It's almost 7 stars.
Nice.
To make you feel dirty whenever you're 7-star in Ugnut, it took me a little bit. I was like, really?
Yeah.
I'm spending all this effort to get Ugnut shards. I hope he's good. That's all
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck on the gear.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Yes.
I got Darth Maul's AoE.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep. Just for those that don't know, Riemann sold his last vehicle, his last car, to get Darth Maul. So it was a big accomplishment for him. We're all very proud.
It's interesting that both Riemann's pet character and my pet character made it on this list.
That is true.
Yeah.
And that list was from Malia Bean.
Malia Bean.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's probably why you guys got a shout out there.
Yeah, another TeamScope.com presentation brought to you by Mac Media Artist Collective.
There you go.
Thanks for checking out the video. If you're interested in joining a guild, head over to teamskunk.com. We do have open positions in our various guilds. Also, check out lordskunk.com for guides and news for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, LordSkunk1. Also, check out our Discord app. It's a voice and text chat program that you can download on your Mac, your PC, your iOS, or your Android device. And you can connect with thousands of other Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes players. Want access to the ally codes of some of the most infamous players in all the galaxy? Head over to lordskunk.com, click on links, then click on promo, and follow the directions there. We draw winners every Friday during the live show. If you like this video and want to see more, make sure you hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified when we go live. and when we upload new videos. Thanks for checking out loreskunk.com.